it's late at night and something I've been thinking about late at night quite a lot recently is the different angles people can see you from. So I remember when I was an undergraduate studying philosophy, one of our lecturers used Mother Teresa as an example of this sort of thing. So Mother Teresa, when I was growing up, was always held up as an example of goodness. She was a nun who had chosen to live a life of poverty in order to help the street children of Calcutta, and she'd set up an orphanage, and she lived a very poor life in order to help and to serve these children. And she would be upheld as an example of selflessness and kindness and being loving and caring and things like that. And this philosophy lecturer said that she was actually an example of selfishness because she was doing exactly what she wanted to do. And in her belief system, the doing of that would ensure a place in heaven. And so she was doing it for personal gain in the immortal world. And it was really shocking to me at the time because Mother Teresa was one of these background news stories always. And he was saying that she was horrible, that she was selfish. But you could see the point. You're like, yeah, she is doing what she wants to do. And yes, there's a gain in the end for her. And with anybody, you can look at them in different ways. And it's like if you took a start point of Mother Teresa's evil and an end point of Mother Teresa's good, there's all the different angles in between that you can look at somebody through. And that's the same for anybody. And I think when I look at myself, like when I watch this video, I'm definitely not at the good end for myself. I find my films very irritating. I find my voice very irritating. And then there's another thing where the theory goes that your main reference point for how you understand the actions of other people is yourself. And so if you look at me and think that I am somebody who's trying my best, and you understand my mistakes as human failings and that people can't be perfect, it's probably because you're somebody who's trying their best and understands their, knows that they make mistakes and they're not perfect. If you look at the films and think, I'm like a self-promoting narcissist, which is the narrative that you get for lots of social media people, then it says worse things about you. And late at night I wonder, because there's been a couple of things this year where people have taken things I've done or taken things I've written and really understood them in ways I never thought that people would. And I have been an embracer of the online space for so long, and it's made the online space feel more dangerous for me than it's ever felt before. And it's made me really cautious about what content I post, which in turn leads to a more sort of, I was going to say corporate type of, there's less me and more just messaging type of thing. And I'm aware that what I post to you is always real. It's not It's not fake, it's authentic, but it's an edited version of my life. I don't, like, there are people in my life that I don't have permission to share with you, and so they're not in my social media posts, and they're a part of my life, and they're not here. So it's not the whole picture, and there's things that happen to me that I don't share, or I won't share, and like maybe next year I'll share the things that happened this year. But I often say to people, my life lived is anybody's if it's useful to you, but the bit of life that I'm living I hold very private. Yeah, I wonder what. I'm very grateful to those of you who see me with kind eyes.